This podcast contains strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Let's Write a Movie, the podcast. Hello, welcome to the podcast. My name is Paul.
I'm Rohan.
And this is Let's Write a Movie, a podcast where we take a setup, a conflict, a resolution, and a genre. None of the ideas have anything to do with each other, and we make a movie out of them, somehow.
We do.
So, Rowan, do you want to get us kicked off?
Yes, we've got 4 separate hats.
Yep.
With each genre, setup, conflict, and resolution in them. I'll start with setup. My hands are going in. Bing, bang, wing. Setup. A man needs to cut down a tree in his garden as the roots are getting into the foundations of his house.
Fair enough. It's a good excuse to cut down a tree.
Conflict. Gets rejected romantically. That's all it is. What is going on? Resolution. Gets found out by family and police that they were the murderer all along.
Oh dear Lord.
God. And the genre.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Well, that works out well.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like a comedy spoof horror movie.
So Davey is a bit of a hapless 55-year-old husband.
Makes sense.
He loves his gardening. He's very house proud. Everything about DIY floats his boat. And right now he's got a problem because the foundations of a really big tree in his garden have got into the foundations. Everyone knows that can cause havoc.
It's every gardener / homeowner's nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
They've planted the wrong tree in his little garden. And
What tree? What sort of tree?
It is a chestnut tree.
A chestnut
It's
tree.
huge. And he's only got a small garden.
Yeah.
So anyway.
What was he thinking when he was in Bunnings?
So he's gone to B&Q. Let's say he's living in Leicester.
He's living in Leicester, okay. So B&Q.
B&Q. And he's there and he's perusing the all the products. He's looking for a chainsaw. He's like, whoa, look at that. What's this? That's 100cc, that one. Well, I bet that's got some grunt. And he's like, salivating because he loves all this stuff. He lives for this. He only works part-time now. He gets most of his satisfaction from all this kind of stuff. And even though it's a problem, it's caused him a couple of nights of sleepless nights.
Like worrying about the foundation.
Yeah, he's like, but you know what? I always come through. And I'm going to come through with you, baby. And he picks out this chainsaw. It's red. It's a really good make. It's £1,000.
Blimey.
Yeah. He gets home, chainsaw, ready to go. And he's like, yeah, so basically he's got it all mapped out. He's doing it on his own. He's got it all, he knows exactly what he's doing, what angle he needs to cut the tree for it to fall in this certain area where it's not going to take out his house or his neighbour's house. And he first of all, he cuts down the branches. He does it properly. He knows what he's doing. He's looked at YouTube videos. He's been there.
He knows his stuff.
It before. He knows his stuff. Anyway, so he starts, cuts this tree down. He's like, and he stands back and timber, he shouts really loud so the whole neighbour could hear him. Down it goes. And it's executed perfectly. He's like, well, I feel bloody great. I've cut down this tree. I'm on cloud 9. Oh God, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to give myself a nice cup of tea. So he walks in the house. He's like, all right, love, I've just cut the tree down. I've executed it perfectly. And she said, oh, is that right? Is it? Oh, well done. You want a cup of tea? Oh, I'd love a cup of tea. You know what else I'd like? Yeah? You know? Wow, what's that, love? You want a biscuit? Nah. Come on, I've just got down a tree, love. Yeah? How do you see me right now? Through me bifocals. What are you doing, Dave? What's this? Come on. Bed, let's go to bed. Sod the tea. Sod the biscuit. Get in that bed. Get your knickies off. Dave, no. Dave, sorry, no. We've not done it in years. I'm not going to start now. What?
I dried up years ago.
I don't think it works. I don't know if you could get in there, love. What? Come on, just let me work my magic. I'll open you up. No, Dave, no. No, do you want this fucking cup of tea or not? I'm not carrying on this conversation. Oh, fucking, yeah, give me a fucking cup of tea then. Fucking, why do I bother? So he gets his cup of tea, drinks it. He's just so pissed off. Really pissed off.
He walks over.
So he walks over, he goes back in the garden, sees a tree lying on the floor. He gets on top of it. And he starts humping it. He's got high walls, so he knows the neighbours can't see him. The curtains are closed. He's like, oh, fucking bitch. Yeah. Did she not see me cut down this big fucker? Hey, did she not see me cut down this big fucker? Oh, you fucking. Why do I fucking bother? That woman. Oh, I fucking hate that woman. All these years, all I've put into this fucking house. She's got a fucking palace. But I love her. But I love the woman. Sort yourself out, Dave. Relax, calm down. Take a minute. So he takes a minute. He sits in his garden, takes a few deep breaths, heads back in the house, puts on the telly, watches Country File. It's the next day. He wakes up, bounces out of bed. The guys are coming to pick up the tree. He's cut it into all the pieces so it's easily transportable. All right, lads, you come here for the tree. It's through the back. Come here. See how? And then because he's really proud, and these lads are like, you know, young lads. You know, he's like trying to impress these young lads who come to pick up the tree. He's like, have batches at that. Look at that, hey, look at that. Yeah, if it's a big one in it, I did that myself, all by myself. Yeah. And the lads are like, oh, yeah, is that right? Okay. So we'll just bring you through your garage. Like, is that okay? Aye, yeah, but look, what do you reckon? Aye, you've cut it into pieces, so that's going to make it easier for us. So thanks for that. Now it's a flat payment of £200. And if you can have it in our accounts by the end of the day, that'd be great. Oh, okay. And he's deflated, they don't give a shit. You know, they see this every day. So they load trees into the skip, and as they are on the front, basically there's a dog house in his front garden where they don't have a dog anymore because the dog died years ago. They're both in the 60s. And the young lads see a pair of legs sticking out of the doghouse, and they're like, "Oh, Ray, what's that like? Hey, Mister, is I think your wife's having a kip in the doghouse. Is that what's going on there? Like?" And he's like, "She's what? She's in the doghouse? What about, lads?" And he gets over there. Oh no! What was she called again?
I can't remember.
Oh, what have you done, love? What have you? Wake up! Wake up! And he pulls her out by the legs, and she's been decapitated. And the lads are like, "Oh, bloody hell, man! Oh, Jesus Christ! What's happened there?" And he's like, "Oh, fuck, where's her head? Where's her fucking head? She's got no fucking head." Anyway, it cuts to police cordon. Everyone's there. He gives a statement. "I was just out the back, giving these lads a hand. We came out the front. She was down there. Her head was not on in the doghouse. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. Oh, yeah." And then, so the police searching the grounds, and they go into his shed, and there's his chainsaw covered in blood. And they bring it out, and they're like, "Dave Cunningham." "Yeah, that's me. Dave Cunningham, you're under arrest for the murder of your wife. We've got evidence. Come with us." "You what?" "Oh, fuck. I've been found out. Fair enough. I had a good innings, didn't I? We had a good life." And that's it. As he's being led away to the car, he looks back at the skip with all the cut up pieces of wood of the tree, and he just smiles. It's like, yeah, I did that. So he's obviously bonkers. That's what he's focusing on.
The end.
And it's at the end. It's called.
It's called
Tree of Love.
Tree of Love. That's great.
There we go.
Cool. Who's? I can't
Dave,
remember their names.
Dave.
There's Davey, and I can't remember his last name.
Davey. Dave. Davey's played by
Ray Winston.
His wife is Cat Slater, the woman who plays Cat Slater out of EastEnders.
Makes sense.
And the two young Geordie lads are Ant and Dec. And,
we originally only wanted to cast Ant in that, but Dec wanted to come along, so it turned into two Geordie lads.
That's it, isn't it? There's a police guy at the end. But
what's the summary?
Okay, so Davey, he's in his 60s, he loves DIY, he loves garden work, but he's got a problem. The tree he planted years ago has grown so big that the roots have got into his foundations of his house. So he's got to go down to his local B&Q, DIY store, and he buys this big, great chainsaw. He's like, yes, that'll do the job. Gets it home, plans it out meticulously, cuts the tree down so it falls perfectly and doesn't damage any of the surrounding houses. He goes inside, he's on top of the world, he's like, I am the man. And he goes to his wife, he's like, come on, let's get into bed, let's have some fun. And she rejects him wholeheartedly. She's like, no way. And he just cannot believe it. And he just thinks, what is going on here? How are you not impressed? How am I not getting you going with this manly show of expert tree felling? So he thinks, so he goes in the garden, shags the tree.
Which was the unexpected comedy twist.
Yeah, it's a comedy, isn't it? And he comes back. So it's the following day, he's cut up all the pieces of wood. Yeah, he's got these two young Geordie lads helping him who've come to pick up the wood in a skip. And as they are retrieving it and putting it in the skip, they notice some legs sticking out of their deceased doghouse in the front garden. Turns out it's his wife.
Not the dog.
Not the dog. And it turns out it was him that killed her because the police find a blood-splattered chainsaw in his shed. He's led away to the car. He has one last self-aggrandizing look at the wood in the skip. Smirks, fade to black.
The end.
The Tree of Love.
The Tree of Love.
There we go. Till next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, see you later. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We release a new episode each week. If you would like to support the podcast, please share with your friends and write a review on iTunes. You can also follow our social media. We are LWAM Pod on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. That's LWAM Pod. Thank you.